Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back. Oh my goodness, it's the end of our week together. I can't believe it. And we are busy enrolling and getting all of our new members of the virtual business school all set. Our orientation is this Friday, if you didn't see the news. So, big welcome to all of our new members of the virtual business school. We are so excited to have you. And tonight, this session is our final session of this workshop where we say goodbye and we turn inward and we kick off the boot camp with all of our new members of the virtual business school. Now, if you don't know the news, if you haven't heard the news, I want to share this with you because this is really, really exciting. We decided that we wanted to take your membership inside the virtual business school even to the next level. We wanted to 10x the value and the results that you're getting from the virtual business school. So we decided to do something completely insane. We designed a multi-week live boot camp to literally take you through in real time with our team the training and the co-working of what we do internally to teach our own team members how to work the Miracle Hour, the Dream 1000, how to make daily sales, all of these things. And so this boot camp is worth well over $2,500. We would not do this for any less than $2,500 per person. Okay, that is the value of these sessions. These are live. This includes sessions with myself, sessions with Danielle, sessions with Krista, Nicole, Ignacio, the executive director of the school. Each one of us are going to play a crucial role in helping you and your team to implement what we are teaching you in rapid succession, because we don't just so much. We were like, how can we outdo ourselves? How can we outdo ourselves? And by the by, as per usual, we always reward our fast action takers. So if you're listening to this right now and you're like, I just joined this week, don't you worry. All members of the virtual business school are getting this amazing bonus worth over $2,500. This is going to take place over the course of a full month. We are literally, yes, we want you to bring your team members. Please bring your team members. Our goal is to empower you as the visionary, as the CEO of your business and your life. And we want you to help your team members to 10x. Just like we help our team members to all monetize, and our team members all have their own Dream 1000. They all do their own Miracle Hour. They all independently sell, serve, and market across our 6 companies. We want you to have that same freedom. We want you to have that same machine built for your company. So yes, thank you for asking that, Deborah. This is for you and this is for your team, and all are welcome. And our goal is that you have multiple people selling, serving, and marketing on your team. And that whether you're on vacation or you're on a sabbatical, listen, I take a sabbatical every year. The team runs the company. It continues without me. I just got back from the Caribbean. People didn't even know I was there. My team was like, oh, you were, wait, I was like, oh yeah, we were in the Bahamas, right? You can do that too. It takes intention, it takes execution, but everything is possible. Everything is possible for you all. So the team is going to go ahead and put some of the highlights of the boot camp there in the chat for you. Danielle, let's tell them some of the things that they can look forward to, especially because I know, let's just ask in the chat. I bet we have a bunch of virtual business school members here right now. If you're a member of the virtual business school, just comment VBS in the chat. And hi to everyone on Facebook. I promise I'm coming there next. If you're in virtual business school, just comment VBS. And I just want to say congratulations to all of you, because you are smart, you are strategic, you are taking action, you are decisive, you are doing the right things, and you are going to be the people that lead. You are going to be the people that absolutely crush it in this next year or so. Huge congratulations to all of our VBS members, because you are all getting this boot camp that is worth well over $2,500. This is the first time we've done this. This might be the only time we do this. I'm not sure, but we wanted to raise the bar. We know the summer months are really where there's kind of a divide that happens, right? Some people's businesses just kind of slow down and smither and kind of melt into nothing. And then other people like really use this as an opportunity to set up so that when fall hits, they're ready for that huge leap. We want that to be you. Okay. So Danielle, what do they have to look forward to inside this month-long boot camp that we're going to be running together? I'm so excited to kick this off.
Yeah, so it's 2 weeks, not a month,
Just
but we'll have
kidding.
some work. So I was like, oh, okay, wow, we just doubled it. 2 weeks. And basically, what we're doing, so everyone in virtual business school, whenever you join, gets our core system, which includes how to put together your trust building offer, how to do the Dream 1000, and how to do the Miracle Hour. So everyone has always gotten that since we've started. What is different about the boot camp is where we have seen, and this actually comes from us coaching, like honestly, our seven-figure clients at this point, is that we've seen there's just a disconnect in what people think it is to actually have a Dream 1000 and manage relationships and what they're doing day to day. And so what happens is people come in, they get excited, and there's just a handful of people who like get it 100%. Often they have sales backgrounds, or they come from a place where they maybe have done this in a different capacity. They just needed a little refresher. But what happens typically at the team level, and even some of our high level entrepreneurs, is they've never done this way. They've always grown their business through like a marketing lens, just market more ads, more social media, more email, more all those things. And so they come in and they're like, I get it, like I sort of understand, but there's a disconnect in basically what they end up doing is they build their Dream 1000 list and they just sort of mass market to that instead of mass marketing to their email list or mass marketing to their text list. So what we want to do in this boot camp is help you actually like tactically and practically understand the day-to-day management of a Dream 1000. And that is really truly relationship management. It's an entirely different paradigm. It is not just hit 100 DMs today and that's how you do it. It's actually the opposite. It's having a curated list of people at different stages in relationship so that you know exactly who to offer something to, who to ask for a call, who to invite to a launch, who that you're still just kind of connecting with, and you have a clear pipeline where you can look at it every day. You don't have to wonder. You're not searching through, because y'all have been there. You're not searching through your Instagram DMs looking for someone you haven't DM'd in a long time. No shame in that game, but we want to do better. So what we're going to do is help you walk through like practically what does it look like to set up your Dream 1000. What gets somebody into your Dream 1000? How do you move them down your Dream 1000? Like what moves somebody from like the nurture stage to the in conversation stage to like a ready for an invite stage, like all those processes. Then we're going to help you walk through the miracle hour, because the miracle hour, again, if you don't really understand how it fits the bigger picture, if you don't really understand how it's like truly going to support relationships, you're going to just end up doing your miracle hour, checking off the boxes, sending your messages, making your connections, but you won't see an impact. So what we want to do is we know that there's like this kind of middle ground where you learn the thing, you start doing the thing, but then you have to actually become effective at the process, not just doing the process, right? Because you got to do it first. Kelly says this all the time. First, you have to like get in there and you just have to do it, right? When I was coaching gymnastics, what happens? You learn the skill, you fall on your face 100 times, and then you get the skill and you get it with pretty bad form. Your legs are bent, your toes aren't pointed, your arms are bent, it's not that great. And once you have the skill, like once you can actually do it on your own without a spot, then you start fixing your form. You get your legs straight, you get your toes pointed, you get higher, like you actually start refining it. So that's where we are going to be walking you through. And that means you get live sessions where we'll say, pull up your Dream 1000, let's look at it.
Yes.
Pull up some messages. Let's look at how we would move someone from this stage to this stage, like actual in the messaging, which is what we do for our team. When we bring in team members and we train them, yes, they get all the training in VBS, which is awesome. They'll learn how the system, but then they get the coaching through it, which is actually the differentiator. So that's what we're giving you. This is the first time we're doing it. The last time to get access to that is tonight. So once you're done, after 9 p.m. tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, so that's about 3 hours from now, you can join us in VBS. You can absolutely join us tomorrow. You can join us at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. If you join us at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, you will not get access to this. So I'm just letting you know that if you've already joined us, you are in. You've got this. Whether you're monthly or yearly, doesn't matter. Everyone who has joined us is getting this. But if you join us tonight before 9:30 p.m., even if you only do the $59, no problem. No problem. You are going to get accesses. Okay. So Marilyn, we schedule those out. So it's probably coming soon. They're scheduled out over time and you might have missed it. So check it out. One of the things that is so important is that when you join us, remember you get all of the bonuses if you pay in full for the year for the rest of the year. So not only are you getting the sales bootcamp if you pay in full, you're getting our LinkedIn bundle and our sales template bundle, which those two things alone are worth $1,000. Sales bootcamp is worth $2,500. That's $3,500 in bonuses, and you pay $639. So let's talk about a deal. I like a deal. I'm a girl who likes to buy things, and I like to buy things that I don't pay full price for. Can I get an amen? Who likes to pay less than full price? That's what you're getting. You're getting $3,500. That would be really good if you're getting
That's a really good deal right there.
that would
That's
be
a great deal.
you're getting $3,500 worth of bonuses on top of the full year. And let's not forget that during every month that you're a member, you get a class from Kelly on some sort of deep dive in the sales process. You get a live marketing master class with me. You got to go the other way. Whoever's doing slides,
There
other
we
way.
go.
You get a live marketing masterclass with me. You get a live Q&A session with the team, and you get a live implementation session with the team, which again, that's where we give you new templates every month. So you're getting new sales templates for DMs, for text messaging, for email, all of those things. Those happen every month. So if you join and you pay $59 a month, you're getting those 4 things every single month, and you can cancel anytime. There is no contract. If you think we're ridiculous, if you don't like us, if you think we talk too fast, whatever, you can just cancel. But everyone needs to get inside and at least get your hands on the 3 core trainings: our trust building offer training, our miracle hour training, and our Dream 1000 training. I promise you that if you pay the $59 and you go through those trainings, you will find $59 worth of something in just those trainings alone, and you will feel very good about your purchase. Like, just get in there and do those 3 things. Everything else, honestly, everything else is like icing on the cake. Okay. It really is just like icing. So $59 gets you in the door. If you are like, oh, I like bonuses, I want thousands of dollars extra value, cool. We like those too. Do the yearly payment. Somebody asked about the LinkedIn pay in full. So Kelly, can you go back to that slide with the link with the bonuses? So there's a couple things. LinkedIn's a topic that we get so many questions about. It's also my favorite platform. I don't love social media, surprisingly, but LinkedIn's my favorite if I had to choose one. So we've done lots of trainings on LinkedIn, and these are trainings we continue to do live because obviously things change. But there's a set of core trainings that we want everybody to go through. So we have a 4-week training that I did that people actually did pay to be in. So they paid $500 to be in this training. So again, when I say this is worth more, it's worth more. We did 4 weeks live, and I literally walked you through from profile optimization to content strategy to getting connected with the exact right people to sending the DMs. I walk you through that whole process. So basically how to implement the Dream 1000 kind of process on LinkedIn specifically, and you're getting that for free. People paid $500 to be in that live. There's some AI prompts, like it's some good stuff up in there. That alone is like worth, again, people paid $500 to be in. But you're also getting, I did a sales TM coach training where I basically walked you through like how to not be that guy on LinkedIn, the one that immediately is like pitching you as soon as you get in the DM, before you even connect, they're pitching you. So we are giving you like actual training on how to do that. I just did an algorithm update. So obviously, algorithms change all the time. This was like a month ago. So literally it's the freshest algorithm update you can get. And then I did a training on how to optimize your profile, but instead of just saying, Here's how to do it. I literally walk through people's profiles so you can see like tangible examples. So you can start doing that yourself and optimize your profile. You get all that for free. So I hope that answers the question about LinkedIn. Honestly, if you want to buy that separate, I'll sell it to you. That all you could buy all of those for like $800, or you could just be in VBS and get it for free. So if you only care about LinkedIn and you would like to buy those things, which is all the courses, we will sell it to you, $797. But you could just get in VBS, pay $639 for the year, get all the VBS stuff and get that for free. Um,
Yeah.
do you want me to go through this template
Well,
bonus?
I mean, I just want to highlight this for a second because I think we don't talk about this enough. But I was just looking through, we have all these success stories. I mean, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And one of the things that almost all of these have in common is that people come in and they will literally use the big sales template bundle right away and make thousands of dollars in their first week in the program. So we don't talk about this enough, but we have pro copywriters on our team. Danielle obviously was one of them. She actually did that for a living before joining our organization. And so we understand conversion copy, and we give you all of these templates, from welcome messages to invite messages to how to get people to book a call, call to action document. We give you all different styles of call to action to get people coming onto your email list, booking a call, taking action. We give you 5 sales template captions. Some of you aren't even posting captions that are geared towards sales right now. The email sales template, the launch invite template, the welcome series email template. And there's more that aren't even listed here because we're always adding. And every month when we do the live implementation sessions, we also give like either a support tool or a resource or additional scripts. This right here, which is a bonus that's included, is easily, you could make $50,000 in ROI in your first few months in the virtual business school if you actually just use the things in the template bundle. Even if you never showed up for a single training, you never showed up for a single call. I hope that you do, because I want you to have multiple 7-figure and 8-figure success. And I want you to really know and understand why you're doing what you're doing. But even if you don't have a lot of time on your hands, let's say you have a lot of travel coming up this summer. Let's say you have some vacations planned. Let's say you have a lot going on with your team and you're like, listen, I want to get the cash flow moving, but I don't know if I can dive headfirst into all the trainings yet. I would start here, because these are things that you can maximize and get an ROI on immediately. Okay. So we'll talk more about all of these things throughout the night tonight. We're here tonight to answer your questions, to coach you live on the questions that you have about building your daily sales system, creating a high conversion trust building offer that upsells into your high ticket, building your dream 1000 in your miracle hour. So we're going to answer any questions that you have to serve and support you. So now is your opportunity. Go ahead and post questions in the chat, and Danielle will pitch them over my way. And she'll also answer some of the questions, or send me some of the questions that have already come in. But I do want to remind you all throughout the session tonight that this is your absolute last chance to get the $2,500 boot camp included in your virtual business school membership. As Danielle said, you can join the virtual business school 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay. We welcome members in with a big smile and an open heart every day of the week. So you're always welcome to join. We never close. Okay. But the bonuses that are built into this particular session go away at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Now, there's a lot of bonuses and they're worth a lot. The thing that I really want to draw your attention to is the live boot camp. This is literally what we would do with our own internal team. And obviously, you guys that know our team, you know our team is absolutely unicorn killers. They all sell, they all market, they all serve. They're doing all the things that we're teaching. This is so ideal, especially if you're spending any money in the business to pay a sales or marketing team. Why not monetize them? Why not help them be successful? Why not give them the tools that they need to grow your business faster, to generate more leads, to book more calls, and to have more sales success? That's what we want for all of our teams. So yes, we can give feedback on your trust building offer. Deborah, if you want to share, give some context in the chat, who your target market is, and what you're thinking, what the problem is that you want to solve, and what you're thinking for your offer. We can absolutely give you feedback on that. Yes, absolutely. And Carla I says, I don't want my trust building offer to overlap with my signature program. How do I make sure of that? I was actually coaching our empire builders on this today. So, couple things. And we talked about this, and we talk about this a lot in virtual business school. Each of your programs need to have unique IP. They need to solve a really specific problem, and they should fit together like a puzzle. They should collaborate and communicate to the point. And I'll give a perfect example. I had people today in my ecosystem that were on my Kairos call today. I had all my calls today because we have an event this week. So I'm leaving tomorrow morning. Okay. So I had people that were with me for Kairos, which is the mental game of entrepreneurship and faith leadership. Then they joined me for strategic advisory inside Empire Builders, where we teach you how to scale with the live launch method. Then they were on our legacy leaders session, working on the 10X vision for their business and how they're leading their teams to success in the new era. And so, what you want to think about is you want an offer suite so good that everyone wants to be in everything, and everyone could be in everything and get something completely unique that is to the point. And this is what happens for me because my calls are all on Thursdays. I teach all day on Thursdays usually. And there's a whole group of people that basically spend the day with me because they know they're going to get something unique in Kairos and then in Empire Builders and then on Legacy Leaders and so on and so forth. So, couple pieces of advice for everyone. Your trust builder is not a mini version of your flagship. I'm going to say that again. Your trust builder is not a mini version of your flagship. That is not what we want. We want to solve a unique problem. We want to have unique IP, and we want our offers to feed into one another. We want our offers to feed into one another. So we want there to be this like beautiful coherence where someone would want to be in everything that you're delivering because they get something unique and different. They're all supportive of one another and they build on each other. So those are the three things. They're unique, they're supportive of one another, and they build on each other. Okay, Danielle, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah. So, Carla, let us know if that answers your question or if you need more. We also, Kelly talked a good amount about that last
Yeah.
night in our questions session. So that and several other things. So if you haven't watched that, I maybe would go back and check that. Okay. Deborah is putting hers in there. So her avatar, first generation high earning women. They know how to earn, their risk averse. She teaches investing to build their 6 and 7 figure portfolios. So Deborah, why don't you tell us what you're thinking for your trust building offer, if you want to drop that in there, and we can give feedback on whether that makes sense. Just keeping in mind what Kelly just shared about having it have a different value proposition than your flagship offer, your high ticket offer. And then while we're waiting on that, Marilyn wanted to know, can you talk a bit about a trust building offer for executive coaching and team training? I'm guessing with like a corporate audience. Or Marilyn, if you want to give us more context, you can.
Yeah, I need just like a little bit more context. I will say for Deborah, one thing that comes to mind right away is very similar to what Danielle and I just did with the trust building intensive that we just had. So, Deborah, something that would work very well for that market would be doing one live intensive a month for these women where they can sign up, and it's like, just a 5 hour like live seminar or 4 hour live seminar where you kind of go through the investing basics, setting up their brokerage account, some basic terminology, and maybe like a jumpstart package for some things that they can do to just get a baseline in place. What happens is women are so intimidated because they think that they should know, and they've been taught to abdicate their power in that way that they don't even know where to start. And so doing some kind of like live intensive where you're giving them that basic foundation where it's really taking away all of that like fear, overwhelm, that almost like hesitancy, like I'm going to mess it up, I'm going to do it wrong, I don't know what I'm doing. They almost want to like be in total avoidance of it. I could definitely see you doing that every single month and then moving them from there into an actual consultancy where you would work with them in a larger capacity. And I think that would work really, really well for your audience. But having that elongated time live with you would really help with the trust that is needed in order to do that.
Yeah. Let us know if that makes sense. If you have follow-up questions. Oh, she put it in there. Financial makeover that helps them find more money in their existing cash flow. Yeah, if you could deliver that, um, it looks like you could, yeah. You could do it. This looks like sort of a membership model as well, so that makes sense as well. Um, Also, Kelly, I'm going to drop a link here for you to check
Yeah, and I love this, Deborah. I think you could do both, right? So I think you can absolute this looks like a financial fitness membership, which I actually love. So I think that's great, and I absolutely think there would be great interest for that. I also would love to see you do that intensive model. I think that there's like a lot to be said for what could be done in that to build that trust and to get people immediately to move into a longer term consultancy. So no, I think that's great. I like both of those. Nora's asking about upgrading to the
Yeah,
annual.
I
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Okay,
I'm
great.
messaging you, Nora. Gotcha.
Okay.
Um, okay, and then Kelly, I think this was Marilyn was asking about her offer. I put a link in the chat. Marilyn, this looks great. A 6-week offer is a good, it can be a good trust builder. Typically for 1,500, like that's like the high end of what a trust builder would be.
Yeah.
So I would consider, could you do a couple of things? Either pull it into like an intensive model that Kelly's talking about, where maybe it was like a day or like a 30-day sprint or something like that. Um, or could you just lower the price in general? The goal is for it to be like an easy, very, very, very easy
Yeah.
yes. And so the two pieces of feedback I would give you is 1,500 is like I definitely got to think about it. It's not like an easy yes. And it can be a great price point depending on the outcome, but the outcome needs to be so, so, so specific. And right now it's like reclaim your energy over the summer. So I would be like, so you can kind of like focus and lead better. I would probably want something just a lot more tactical and specific in terms of an outcome for that. So all that to say, the structure, you could absolutely, I just helped somebody, basically she does like functional medicine, and we just put together like a 6-week insulin resistance, like kind of boot camp thing. But what I would look at is your price point, and then the value proposition, basically the promise of the program of what they would get in the 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, and then I saw Carla's in here. So Carla, I don't know with your gut health program whether they need to do any sort of testing or labs at the front end of that. So that would really impact what you would do with that. But from a structure standpoint, what I would love to see, okay, you're not doing any testing as a part of that. So what I would love to see from a structure standpoint is a 2-week gut reset.
mhm.
So it would be very short, but it would be very short, very specific. Obviously, you can get them to get rid of that bloat in 2 weeks. They're going to feel better. They're going to look better. They're going to have more energy. They're already going to see a result right away. And then that's an easy bridge into whatever the bigger program is going to be. So I would look at a 2-week sprint. And then obviously, like, you know, the results that you help people get, and you know what a realistic promise is that you can give around the changes that they're going to see and the result that they're going to get from what you're going to take them through in that period.
Yeah. And we've actually, just so everybody knows, because when you are a virtual business school member, when you register, you can actually book a one-time call with a strategist. It's $9.97. You can just get your specific questions answered about these things. If you ever wanted to upgrade, you get discounted rates on that. So you don't have to pay the full 1,500. But I've walked several of our clients in like the health and wellness space through this. And what you really have to do in that space with a trust builder is pick one symptom that you're going to focus
Yeah.
on and in a realistic
Yeah.
timeline and a realistic process for that one symptom.
Yeah.
And so that's how you would want to structure your trust builder is around like sleeping better, get rid of the blow, like whatever
Yep.
that is, where it's kind of a narrow, but it's very closely related to the bigger picture and what's included. So just know that we have helped lots of people in your space do that. You're welcome to book a one-on-one if you want to. I'll also be on the Q&A call for the first 30 minutes tomorrow. So normally the team does that, but I will be there. So if you guys are members and you want to get more specific feedback, I am happy to do that. 47 a month is a great price. There's definitely a sweet spot under 50 than under 100. So those are two things. Now for a full day, we've done 797, we've done 997. So again, it's sort of this is why this is so important, and this is why I'm always hesitant to give price recommendations. It's so connected to the outcome and what you promise and what your high ticket is and what they get in that. And there's like 100 variables, which is why inside the virtual business school, we have a training on pricing because there's a million factors that establish pricing. What I will say is, Deborah, that seems incredible, that rate for what you're offering. I would maybe do that as a founding member rate for like the first 100, maybe even 150 people, and then you can raise it. We did $39 for our first 100 members. Some of y'all still have that deal. $39 for the virtual business school when we started it. And so we've just increased. So and in the virtual business school, as part of the trust building series that Kelly did, she actually walks you through a founding members launch. So you actually get that whole process, like how to do that. We actually have templates for social media posts and all of that. So Deborah, I would check that out just so like I would start at that lower price point, but then increase it. And that creates some built-in urgency that then allows you to get people in. So again, you get all this in virtual business school, friends. We walk you through our founding members launch, what we've done, and we have those case studies. If you've already joined and you got that, I'll give it to anybody who joins live today. I'm being sweet. You're welcome. I'm so nice. We're gonna give you those case studies. Our clients have all launched their offers different ways. So that will be part of the case studies, will be how they launched and how they did their founding
Yeah.
members launch. So
Yeah.
awesome, Deborah. Yeah, but I think that price point sounds great. The
Yeah.
47, then I would just incrementally get
Yeah.
that maybe up there.
And then if you sell business to business, there's a couple different things to consider if you're selling to corporate or selling to like brick and mortar, whatever the case. So if they're bringing you in to solve like a more complex organizational issue, then you're probably going to start off by doing some type of formal discovery for like a 5K price point where you kind of do a deep dive of like uncovering the need and then coming back and presenting a roadmap to solution. And then they can hire you to then work with them to implement the solution. Okay. So that's one way to go. The other way is like, let's say, because Marilyn, I see what you're putting in the Q&A, like, let's say that they're bringing you in for a more general, we want to improve our team's productivity, or we want to, help improve role clarity so that people can be more productive in their roles or whatever. Like it's a little bit more general in that way. Yes, coming in and doing a single session. So you might say, I'll come in for $1,500 or I'll come in for 2,000 bucks. I'll do this session with you and the team. You'll get ABC, XYZ as a follow-up. And then from there, they're all excited. They're like, yes, this is what's possible. This was so fun. This was great. Everyone's motivated. And then you come back in and you pitch kind of the overarching package of what you would do from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And people look for people who are certified in DISC anyway. So that's an
Yeah.
angle where you can just
Yeah.
say, hey, just, I'd love to offer you this one-time session. Here's the
Yep.
price. Here's what you get out of it. Having, again, a really clear outcome. And then having that be like a segue into your one-on-one coaching. Again, guys, remember the whole point of a trust building offer is to get a result so they trust you and want to hire you again for something bigger and more extensive. So when you're structuring these, that's why it's so important to, number one, get in virtual business school and go through the whole training, because what we talked about on the lives, I mean, it was a lot. You could probably figure out some stuff there, but there's a little bit of nuance to this, especially if you've been in the online world and how people teach low ticket offers. So there is some nuance to this that Kelly goes through in the trainings that I think is really, really important. But these case studies, and again, I'm going to offer them again today for anybody who joined since last night and anybody who joins before our cutoff at 9 p.m. These case studies are going to give you some tangible ideas. This is an interesting kind of new world that we're in, and no one is teaching this the way we are. And again, it's cool that we get results. I am always a fan of having your coach get a result, but it's way different watching our clients get results and having them all do it really differently. And so getting these case studies is going to be crazy valuable to you, because it's going to like put some flesh on this idea for you so that you can start fine tuning. There's a very big difference between what we're talking about and what you've heard about in the online space. And so if you have not already, y'all, you have till 9 p.m. to get in the virtual business school. It is $59. $59. One time I did a whole thing. I'm not going to do it again because I do it every time and everybody's probably bored of it. One time I did a whole email about all the things I spent $59 on that were embarrassing. Like restaurants I went to that were terrible. How many like at clothing items I bought from Amazon that I was going to return that are still in the pile to be given away that never got returned. Countless makeup products that I was like, let me just try it. And then they were terrible and I never did it again. And y'all know you're with me. You are with me on that. You have spent $59 on something ridiculous in the last probably 24 hours to 48 hours. This is something that will get you an actual result. And you do not, the cool thing is because it's only $59, you don't have to believe us. You can literally get in there and see it. And we have people who joined us like yesterday who are telling you, yeah, it's pretty great. So like, try it out. Like you literally use nothing. You'll get all this stuff about the trust building offers. You'll get all of that, all that nuanced stuff about our training. You'll get access to that. Like you'll get access to it tonight. So if
Yeah.
you're still on the fence, if you haven't joined us, and listen, our painful bonuses are crazy. They're so good. But if you're not ready and you're just like, I can't do that yet, I need to just baby step my way into it, totally fine. Like baby step your way into it. We've had a lot of people, somebody just asked, how do I upgrade? I joined this, I want to join the other. We're here anytime you want. If you get in right now, you get the case study bonus, you get the boot camp. Remember, after tonight, you won't get that boot camp. Like that alone, like I would just pay the $59. Like I would just get in there, get the boot camp, because that's for everybody, not just painful
Oh,
members.
people will make, I mean, obviously we will come back and we will show this in the next launch, but like people will make thousands and thousands of dollars from this boot camp, like hands down. So, I mean, we specialize in helping people make money. Is this, right? Like there is so much power in decision and proximity. Like I can't emphasize this enough for everyone here tonight. You have to put yourself in the winner's circle. The winner's circle doesn't come to you. You go to the winner's circle. The winner's circle is virtual business school. This is where the people are gathering. This is why we have so many successful seven-figure business owners joining for themselves and their teams, because they want to be on the cutting edge of leading the market. They don't want to be the puppy dog chasing behind saying, me too, after it's too late. They want to be the people that get on this strategy on the early train, that ride the wave all the way up versus being late to the party and saying, me too, after the fact. So there is so much power in you being in your power to say, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. I'm making decisions that are congruent with my future, not my past. And we're making it really easy for you to do that, right? So this is not a conversation about money. This is a conversation about your vision, your goals, your dreams, your passion, your fire, your heart for service, and your determination to put your business on the cutting edge of growth in your market, of being the leader who's bringing solutions in a tangible way to the people that want and need them the most, that are looking for you to extend that olive branch and to give them that life raft that you have the availability to do. And it's just about massaging your solution into a format and a framework that's meeting the market where they are. And I talk about this all the time. I've been talking about this for years and years and years. If you are the person that can meet the market where they are and be in the zeitgeist of the market, you will crush it. You will be the leader in your market. That's always how we've done it. We're not attached or obsessed with our own product or with our own company. We're obsessed with solving the needs of the market. And how we do that is talking to people. We talk to people. And when we talk to people, we're listening, we're really genuinely listening so that we can say, okay, well, what does this mean about the conversation that we need to have with the market to help them grow? And so there's no magic in that. And all of you can do that starting now. So I can't wait to see all of you in the virtual business school. You can continue to post your questions in the chat, and we will answer a few more before we wrap up here tonight. I did see someone asking about a trust builder that is a daily morning activation. Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. So here's the thing that you have to think about when you're not doing something that is continuous over a longer period of time. And there's no right or wrong. And we teach the 11 ways. So there's all different ways you can do trust building. You have to have a good follow up game if you're doing a short term process. So, for
Mm.
example, if you're doing a monthly intensive, while that is enough value to then move someone into a next step in a mid ticket or a high ticket, you have to continue the relationship. So, you have to think about the construct of what you're doing through that lens. But from the standpoint of like just looking at that offer in and of itself, like would a morning activation where they get a specific action of the day that gets them to get a result immediately work? Yes. Yes. Okay. Danielle, did you want to help? I saw Jay Dean in the chat there. Hi,
Yeah, what I
Dean.
was gonna say though about the the daily activation, that like what Kelly's saying, yes, that's a great thing. If it's a really inexpensive no-brainer, we have someone who created a trust building offer that's $9. She's got over 1,000 people in it. So that's a six-figure revenue stream for her business.
Yeah.
That's huge. So, and it's really, really, really simple. What Kelly's saying though is even when you do like an intensive, you need a follow-up process. That's what we give you. We give you that follow-up process. That is what the Dream 1000 is. So you don't need to figure that out. Like that's part of the three core
Yeah.
principles
Track
we
with us.
teach. Yeah. So
Is
you just
that
have
track
to
with us?
like do the things we're teaching
Yeah.
you and we're
Yeah.
giving you that. So
Yeah.
Kelly is right, but yes, it does need to be followed up. Deborah, it's in the Fast Foundations, and we'll ask Ignacio. Team, can you ask Ignacio to connect with Deborah so we can find her that pricing training? Okay, Jadine, I know you were on the last coaching session, so Kelly, I might let you talk to her because I think you talked to her about this. Energy IQ, just stick with the mastermind for leaders, provide consulting first. Regarding group coaching. My objective is to provide the group coaching for people I meet speaking and team members, as well as upsell into the mastermind. The model I'm working to set up is passive income stream, licensing my work to coaches and therapists. What recommendations do you have? So, licensing is like a whole other model that you would have to we would have to talk more about that in depth. Like that's kind of a big model shift in that it actually would probably be higher end on the front end because you'd have to have some sort of certification or some sort of legal licensing fee that somebody's paying for. So that actually is sort of the opposite of like a trust builder in that you'd have to have an upfront fee that was pretty significant for licensing, that then was sort of like more passive on the back end, where they're implementing that. And that could be lower ticket, like on the back end. However, you could have a model where you had some sort of like training that you did once or twice a month, and somebody was able to come in and say, "Hey, I've got a group of 100 team members who need this. I would like to get a bulk kind of deal? Can I get 100 seats in that program? And that could be kind of a way to do that where it would maybe be like a lower cost per seat. So I don't know if that is answering your question, Jadine, but that would be a way to kind of do licensing without having that big upfront fee. Just saying like, hey, we basically sell this in bulk. To like for us, we could go to maybe someone who's a coach and they have a certification for life coaches, but they don't teach sales. We could go to them and say, hey, can we give you virtual business school at a discounted rate for your members, and you put 50, 100 people in it at a time. And that would be how they're licensing it. So I don't know if that makes sense, Jadine, but that would definitely be a great way to scale. Group, Kelly, she's offering about what group coaching training for individuals. Like teaching individuals how to do group coaching using your methods. Is that what you're asking? I wish we were not on this kind and you could just unmute.
Mm.
Oh, teaching them how to sell from stage. Yeah, you could
Yeah,
just
I
group
mean,
coaching program for that.
you can definitely do a group coaching program for that. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of people that are really interested
You can
um,
also do a
in that.
day, an
Yeah,
intensive, like putting
100%.
together your
Yeah.
talk in a day, a 30-day
Yeah,
sprint,
that's a
100%.
very marketable
Yeah.
that's a very marketable offer for sure. I love it.
Mhm.
Very
Nadine, I'm not sure if
good.
that answers, but let us know. Let us know in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. So the bottom line is, you know what, JD, and let's bring that to the DM. Let's bring that to the DM. I'll have Danielle send you an audio right after this. And Jadine was one of our amazing individuals
Yeah.
that was on one of our coaching sessions recently. So thank you, Jadine, for being back here. We love you and appreciate you. So we'll bring that to the DM. So, okay. The bottom line is that these strategies can work for anyone. Deborah just asked in the chat, she said, my team is older. They're not as tech savvy. You know, how are we going to build our dream 1000? And I always tell people like, start with a spreadsheet. I built my first company to 8 figures on a spreadsheet. Okay. Full stop. Like Danielle was here. She knows. Nicole
It
was
was
here.
rough. It
She
was kind
knows.
of rough.
True story. True story. So the thing is like, one of our biggest goals with the virtual business school is to cut through the complexity, the overwhelm, and the expense. It's getting crazy out there. And we want to show you how you can do this in simple form. So, Deborah, you can even take that example template that we have in a Google sheet in there, and you can just transfer that over into Excel and just start with that. Then, yes, of course, if you want to move that over into Go High Level, that's amazing. But I always give a warning label. Go High Level, just like all technology, has errors. And we've had days where we've logged in and entire lists have been missing, entire lists have been deleted. You have to be really careful. It's just like social media. You own nothing. And this is why the Dream 1000 is the greatest insurance policy of all time to grow your business in the future, because it's not platform dependent. It's not technology dependent. You can grow it in any way, shape, or form. Even if your business model changes, your offer changes, your price point changes, your program changes, your Dream 1000 will support you every step of the way. I love old school. I'm old school myself, so I totally get that. So Dream 1000 will work for anyone in any format, and you can make it as tech complex as you like, but we love simple here at the Virtual Business School. So either way, it can and will work for you. And I hope that you all are seeing the path forward. I know for me, being in this game in the online space for, you know, almost 12 years now, helping people build 7 and 8 figure companies, I know when something is real. And there's a reason why for 7 years, I taught the live launch every 6 weeks over and over and over again, because it was the best, the most important, and the most critical thing that every online business owner needs to know in order to scale online. And now the reason why we're shouting from the rooftops and coming over and over and over again, talking about the Dream 1000, the Miracle Hour, and the Trust Building Offer is that even though you will need a live launch in order to scale to multiple 7 or 8 figures, this is the bed that the live launch sits on now. And without this support system underneath your live launch, Your live launch is not going to perform. And that's why so many people are scratching their heads and they're freaking out and they're wondering, oh my gosh, what do I do? My business is crumbling because their launches aren't performing, but they don't have the support system underneath the launch to make the launch successful in the market of today. So if that's something you want to build to, that's amazing. We still teach it, and we're doing specific intensives where you can invest to come for a day and learn the live launch with Danielle and I. But the first and most important thing is you got to get the fundamentals in place, because if you don't, even if you do the live launch, it's probably not going to perform. It's probably not going to convert. And that's why we're taking the time to be so vocal in the market about the trust building offer, because I really genuinely, in my heart of hearts, believe that this is the most important thing for business owners to know right now in the market of today in order to just have astounding levels of success. And I really do mean astounding. I talk to people every single day. And those of you that are in the virtual business school know this. We have people posting in the group every single day, just their minds are blown. Like, they cannot believe that they spent a few $100s. It's only $639 for the entire year. Plus, you get all the new bonuses. Plus, you get all the exciting things that we reveal throughout the year. You get to be on the cutting edge of everything. I've had people literally tell me this program is easily worth $50,000. I've had so many people say this is worth more than high ticket things that they invested in. Okay. So I can't wait to help you all be on the cutting edge of leading your markets in this way. The people that go all in on this strategy right now, and we're seeing it, Julie has 400 plus people in hers already. Melissa has over 100. We just shared, you guys met Maria. She has 2,100. We have people coming up on 1,000. I mean, the list goes on and on. The quantum leaps that you can make in your business without heavy sales calls, without big teams, without enormous ad spend, it's just bonkers insane. And so it's not going to stop with just building people and getting a big pool of buyers in your trust builder. Then we're going to teach you how to build the machine on the back end to move them through your ecosystem. But for a lot of people, they're finding that they're having so much success with the front end that they don't need so much on the back end before, which is actually a much lighter and easier business model to run, which is another conversation for another day. But I hope you all can see that there is a path forward for everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
There is an invitation for each of you to make that empowered decision to put yourself in the winner's circle today. And there are 50 to 70 million sales transactions happening every single day online. And joining the virtual business school is you making the empowered decision to say, yes, I am going to have the kind of business that produces sales every single day. I am going to have the kind of business that produces sales every single day. And freedom is going to come through systems. Freedom is going to come through understanding revenue producing activities. And freedom is going to come when you empower your team to be able to sell and market and serve and to have the right tools in their tool belt to be able to help you to make the business successful. So we can't wait to see you inside. The boot camp is available for just, what is it, 2 more hours?
2 more hours. So that's just a quick reminder. If you join us, even if it's monthly, even if it's $59 a month, if you join us before 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 hours from now, you will get access to that boot camp. If you join us after, we will love you. We will serve you. You will get our trust building offer. You will get our miracle hour. You will get all the goodies, the monthly classes, but you will not get the boot camp. So get in there with that $59. We've had a couple questions, Kelly. I just want to make sure people understand. The live launch day that Kelly's talking about, that is separate. That's something we're going to do every quarter, is have an intensive that is focused on that. That's a separate investment because it's a pretty specific deep dive. We're going through basically everything that's changed in the last year in the live launch, A to Z, like ad strategy, all the way down to like how you structure your launches. So that's a totally different thing. Most of you really need to just get in here and do our 3 core things: trust building offer, get yours together, learn the Dream 1000, learn the miracle hours, join us on the 24th, where we start our boot camp. That's when it starts. There was a question about dates and things like that. There is a calendar once you join the virtual business school that has links, and we add any bonuses that are coming up, any new trainings there. It all gets added to the same calendar. If you haven't gotten that, you can email Ignacio. He'll get you set up with that. We have real people. You don't talk to bots in the virtual business school. You get real live humans that you talk to. So he will get you connected there. But yeah, you are welcome to join us for that live launch thing. You just got to pay for that separately. But you're more than happy. Love to hang out with you there. But most of you just need to get inside the virtual business school, get this boot camp. This is probably the thing I'm most excited about because it's where the rubber meets the road, and it is literally going to be the difference between just like learning it and knowing it in theory and sort of semi executing on it, and like legitimately going deep and letting this be your strategy. And the cool thing that Kelly said was, this is something you could do if there's no internet and you just need to pull out. We used to actually, she said we did on spreadsheets. We actually used to have whiteboards with sticky
Yes.
notes
Oh
where
my
we
gosh,
like
I miss
moved
the whiteboard.
names. Yeah. So
I
like
miss
you could
the
literally do it
whiteboard.
without even having the spreadsheet. We would actually like pull
Um,
up the whiteboard and like
I'm
move
bringing it
the
back.
actual sticky notes.
You shouldn't have just said
So
that, Danielle. You know that
maybe
bad boy's
maybe
coming
there'll be a
back.
bonus whiteboard
Oh
training in your
my God.
future. It'd
It's
be the end.
happening. There's going to be a whiteboard in our future. Look, Nicole's all excited. She can't wait. You just reminded us. It's like Old Faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Come join us. The party's inside the virtual business school. People are winning. They're taking action. They're making sales every day, and you can too. We can't wait to see you on the boot camp. It is a never ending journey, and we are all in this and growing together. So, thanks for being a part of this workshop. Thanks for being in our world and coming and spending time with us today. Hope you learned a lot over the last week and it was really helpful for you. And of course, we look forward to seeing you inside the virtual business school. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.